You're listening to the Hockey Podcast Network. New shows every day. Find us at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Hey everybody, welcome to a very quick episode of Let's Do Fun Size Red Wings rant here. Red Wings make a couple of quick moves that at first I thought wasn't super newsworthy, but then there's an added little ditty just to get us started here. The Red Wings claim Olli Juolevi from the Florida Panthers, former first-round pick, 5th overall by the Vancouver Canucks. This is something that I guess from Steve Yzerman's perspective, if you guys want to call it, just another attempt to get a first-round, especially a high first-round pick, to work out. It just hasn't really been working out where Ollie's been. So, I mean, Juolevi right now, it's a very low-risk situation. It's just something that was pointed out by Max Boltman, puts us at like 9 defensemen right now, which makes it all the more odd that Joe Veleno was sent down to Grand Rapids, really just making it look like there's some trades on their way. So that's what I would keep an eye out for if you guys are Red Wings fans, from the left side of the D. I pointed out on Twitter, that's what it looked like to me. Red Wings going to be making some moves on the left side of the D, because if we I'll clunk through this and we'll take a look at Juolevi's stats real quick here. Since he came aboard, not great. If I can pull this up here, you are looking at, going back to the draft year, go to the OHL 2015-16, 42 points in 57 games. Follows it up with the London Knights again in 16-17. So at this point, he's already been drafted number 5 overall by the Vancouver Canucks. Gets 42 points, 58 games. Pretty consistent, right? 42 points in 2 straight seasons. Then he heads on over to Liga. It's a TPS loan for the 17-18 season. 19 points in 38 games, just about a half point per game as he starts to take a step forward. And now he's going to come on over to the AHL in the Utica Comets with 13 points in 18 games. Nothing to sneeze at, as we like to say here. Then, of course, we move into some COVID territory. 25 points in 45 games in his second season with the Utica Comets. Looks like he got 1 playoff game with Vancouver. Nothing happened in it for him personally. But then 2021, he gets 23 games with the Vancouver Canucks. 2 goals and an assist, 3 points. And then that's when he gets traded to the Florida Panthers in October. Plays 10 games with the Panthers. And, of course, Red Wings pick him up off waivers. Nothing too huge to deal with here, but basically we're looking at a left side defenseman. And if you listen to episode 216, or you're about to, whatever your situation is, we just kept talking about all the left side defensemen that could potentially be moved, and we were trying to figure out, well, where do you get the next guy to step in? Because there are some options. Talk about Jared McIsaac. It doesn't get too much deeper from there, because there are a ton of options. They're just not going to be available this season. But some guys that you'd like to experiment with could come up, but nothing too exciting. For Juolevi, I'm not excited about it, but it was just another option for us. So I think the more newsworthy side of this is that Joe Veleno got sent down. So this could just be, we're making space right now, and that's where the idea that some of our defensemen could be moved is coming into play here, because there's still a need to have Veleno on the roster. So I think this is one of those we're going to hang tight, see what happens. But for now, little confusing. But that's confusing because I think we're waiting for the next step. So again, Juolevi, claimed by the Wingdings. He's 6'2", 183 pounds. To my brother's point earlier today in episode 216, more along the lines of what Steve is more likely to be drafting, more likely to be bringing on his team. So he fits that size that Steve likes to put together for his defenseman. But outside of that, I think the main problem that we've seen is that skating has been an issue. I saw someone call out that definitely a huge decline once COVID ran its course, kind of halted his development. Just something that I think Red Wings fans are pretty familiar with right now, seeing a guy like Philip Sedino, who's right in that prime area where you wanted to see some good developing years and maybe lost a lot of opportunity to grow. That being said, we're just going to sit back and wait and see what happens next with this. But overall, I think low risk. I think anybody who's too angry about Joe Veleno probably just needs to realize that Joe's usually just the casualty when guys need to be moved up and down, and that's for the sake of his own contract. So Veleno is my best guess. He'll be right back. There's some more moves to come. So we'll hang out. We'll wait for those other moves because you're not going to ice 9 defensemen. So let's see what happens. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys will hit the subscribe button if you're interested. And check out episode 216. Of course, every episode before that, we're having fun. And we are brought to you by the Hockey Podcast Network, DraftKings. Check out all the details in our show notes. All right, thanks.